Hello, hello. Uh, whew. So this one came up just a little while ago. I've been really deeply exploring myself and going through some stuff in the last couple of weeks around relationships and other things. And as part of beginning to honor myself, I had to step away from something that wasn't serving me, someone that got afraid and attacked, and just showed that that person's doing their own work, and it's okay. And I asked for space, and I said, we're going to have to step back for a little while. And we got to the end, and the agreement was made, and I just wanted to share what came. So I guess some fear or inquiry sent a message asking, just saying, are you okay, and have a good day or whatever, but breaking the agreement. And I guess I wasn't surprised, because this is now 5th time that the agreements have been broken. But so important to me was to not respond first and not engage, because if my conscious agreements cannot be held, firstly, I'm not safe for another person, and secondly, that other person, for not honoring it and dealing with their own shit, and fear and concern is going up, I'm not honoring them either. An agreement is an agreement. And if you want to change that agreement, that's fine, but you don't do it in indirect ways. So rebuilding our own faith in ourselves and loving ourselves requires us to hold that exact space. Not wanting badly or being angry at the other person, but also not being angry at ourselves because we didn't hold the agreement. We didn't trust that our worth allows us to have our agreements be met. And this is a massive one. It's been showing up in these last few days. And if I'm going to build trust and I'm going to build confidence and have self-worth, I have to have absolute trust in myself that I will follow through with my agreements to the letter and expect other people to hold those agreements. And if they can't, that's their choice. But they brought upon the agreement by themselves by not honoring previous agreements. So eventually it becomes, can you even trust that person if they can't hold even that simple agreement? And it's a labor of love. It's not of, I still love that person. That person's a good person, but they're in fear and they're in uncertainty and other things. But to sit there and give them to something to hold on to when they're learning to swim, I can't, or we both lose. And it's a very curious place, because it's scary, and it's like, you've maybe supported that person and you've helped them in the past and you were the security for them, but I need to swim and I need to learn the breaststroke and other things in the pool, and I'm missing out by holding them when they're learning to just float. And they're sitting right beside the side. They can still grab the side. It's not like I'm letting them drown. But that level of conscious awareness, that level of honoring yourself first, and this isn't selfish in any way. This is my pattern in the past where I just let this go and I didn't honor myself by saying, no, my conscious agreement is important and I need this space and I don't want to be attached right now and I don't want to have expectations or obligations, so that I can find myself, so that I can find my sovereignty. And if these people don't want to allow me to do that, is that a person that I can safely let in my world right now? Because they're not okay finding their own sovereignty. So see how muddled it gets when we set a boundary and we don't follow through with it. And sometimes that boundary has to be very firmly set. It's like, okay, I can't respond to that because the agreement was we need space and it's going to be a while, not a week. How many people, anyways, I'm not even going to go there, but we're getting back to self-love by starting to be worthy of our needs being met, starting to be worthy of us allowing people into our life that'll meet the agreements and follow through with them. And you don't have to constantly be questioning yourself and wondering if you did something wrong or are they okay or whatever. No, everybody is staunchly and critically needing to be sovereign right now. And if we don't hold them in that space and we don't hold firm our boundaries and respond to them and they're there, it's okay, no one wins. So it's okay. And the person will probably watch this live and see it and be triggered by it and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not going to respond to it directly by saying there to the text message. I'm going to respond and say, I am learning something so massive by holding my space and asking you to hold your boundary that you committed to. Maybe you weren't happy with it, but you committed to it in the moment. And that is self-love. That's the most brilliant, amazing self-love you can ever have. And you're self-loving them too, because if they say what you want to hear, they are not ready to be self-loving to themselves. They're prostituting themselves. They're hurting themselves. And at the same time, you're letting them drag down with you. And to hold this space and to communicate it clearly why I need this space and how I'm learning from it and how I'm learning to be self-loved, they're going to want the same. But if they can't accept that or that's scary to them or whatever, then they got to go look at it and I can't do anything about it. So I love the people involved. I set a boundary and that's where I'm sticking to. And I'm learning so much right now. And I am so surprised to see what's underneath and how few boundaries and how other things. And I kept letting myself down and I'm not going to anymore. And it's squishy and it's uncomfortable, but it's the right thing. So please, please, please hold your conscious boundaries with other people. Please, please, please realize that if you don't hold them, you're hurting yourself. And really, it's not helping anyone else. So I love you all. Thank you, Claire. It is powerful love, and it's a new space, and it's scary, and it's uncomfortable, but fuck, it feels good. And yes, the universe is testing us. Yes, the universe is getting us to really choose what we want. And what I want is to have conscious boundaries with people, have conscious agreements that are met, whether it hurts or not. And when we're uncomfortable, sometimes that's the very thing that we both need to be able to learn and to rise up from, and just sharing it in the moment. So I thank you all. I love you all. Not easy days some days, but fuck, I want to be that person that's loyal to myself. And once I can be loyal to myself, then I can be safe around anyone. And they're going to get a better me, and I'm going to get a better them. And wow. Thank you, Claire. Yes, it's a learning experience. And it's completely opposite to what we've been taught. And it's going to create something way better. So thank you, Claire. Thank you for all that watched, all the hearts and all those things. You have a good day, and I love you all. Keep shining. We got this. Bye.